Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to look at some Crown Zenith cards that have gone and been officially revealed in English that you should be a little bit excited about. And I want to start, ladies and gentlemen, with a card, maybe the card I am most excited about from Crown Zenith, because we are talking about an Okacheke Special Art Rare. And ladies and gentlemen, I am a big fan of Okacheke. I'm a big fan of Special Art Rares. Put it together, happy Wassy. What we've got, ladies and gentlemen, is the official reveal of Hoopa V. Don't know why I paused weirdly then. The official reveal of Hoopa V. And ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely delighted. Now, this is weirdly shown by Pokémon TCG UK, not Pokémon TCG, which is a little bit weird, but I don't really care, because we've got Hoopa V, ladies and gentlemen, and I absolutely adore Hoopa V. This is, it's my favourite card in the set, artwork-wise at least, and there are some absolutely stunning cards in the set. But look at this. And of course, because it is a special art rare, none of that silver border rubbish. Just Hoopa looking awesome. Also, I absolutely adore what they've done with the background here in the tweet. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, it's just Hoopa V, who has actually been a pretty good Pokemon. Remember, it's both Psychic and Darkness type. And it hits 170, which doubles to 340, which means it will KO anything with weakness. And it's got two different typings. For me, it's an Okacheke Hoopa card. And it really is as simple as that. I love this. I think it's brilliant. I'm a gigantic fan of it. And I kind of want this card. I haven't actually picked up the Japanese version of this yet. I really need to go about doing that. Obviously, the English version as well is going to be, it's going to be on my list. I'm not going to probably collect the whole of Crown Zenith. I'd rather get some more boxes of V-Star Universe. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got this Hoopa. And this Hoopa is amazing. It is a card that we were expecting, given, of course, that it is just a character super rare from V-Star Universe over in Japan. But that does not make the card any less stunning. I absolutely love it. This one is amazing. Another card that we were expecting, but I'm still absolutely delighted to see that it has arrived. Cynthias Ambition. Now, for me, I loved this card. I thought it was one of the best artworks we'd seen on a supporter for a while. And then I noticed a satchel around the neck of the Gastrodon. And when you notice that little detail of the card, this card just goes into another level of awesome. It was awesome beforehand, but now we've just reached another level of awesome. And I'm a fan, ladies and gentlemen. I am a very big fan. And of course, it's Cynthias Ambition. Cynthias Ambition is an extremely cool card. Draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, draw until you have 8 cards in hand instead. Very cool card. Love the card. Big fan. But I think it's fair to say that the artwork is what really makes this. And we've had Cynthias Ambition. In fact, we've had full art Cynthias Ambition. That is a card that we've already had. So now we get into that weird situation of, well, hang on a second, which Cynthias Ambition is better? This one. This one is better. And I feel really confident saying that, incidentally. I've had a good old think. And I just feel really good about this being the better one of them. I just do. But you go and combine a really playable card like Cynthias Ambition with artwork which is this gosh darned amazing, and you're going to get a lot of happy people, and Wassy is among them. And while we're talking about supporter cards, we might as well have a talk about Elisa Sparkle. I like Elisa Sparkle. It's a cool card. It's weirdly fallen out of favour a little bit, because even Mew decks, where it was seeing the most play, a lot of them have gone to a fully colourless energy build, just using double turbo and not bothering with Fusion Strike energy. And if you're not using Fusion Strike energy, you're not going to use Elisa Sparkle to accelerate them. That seems fairly straightforward. So Elisa Sparkle has fallen out of favour, not completely. People are still playing it, but it's not like it was in the early days of Fusion Strike, where it was everywhere. But still, it's a cool card people are going to love. One thing that is worth noting, of course, being a supporter card, we have had a full art version of this as well. This one, I'm not so sure. Because I really, really like the full art Elisa Sparkle that came around in Fusion Strike. I think it's a stunning piece of art. And I think this new one's really cool as well. But I think if you made me choose, and I'm kind of making myself choose here, but I think if you make me choose, I'm probably going the old one. It's hard though, because I love that Elisa just kind of sitting, chilling there. And you got the Charizard roller coaster, and there's all the little details. There's not much on the card, on most of the card, but then around Elisa at the top there, you do have all those little details in the background. Your Jigglypuff house. It does make me quite happy. Oh, it's a rough one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you can really go wrong with either of these. They're both pretty stunning. But, yeah. If you like Elisa, if she's a character that you're a fan of, and look, Gen 5, Black and White. I mean, if you've not played Black and White 2, oh, that's a good game. It's getting extremely expensive now, but if you've not played it, it is one that I would recommend rather highly indeed. There was also another special art rare that was revealed. It was Zero Aura V Max. Again, this one was just in V-Star Universe in Japan, so we kind of knew it was coming, but this is one of my favorites in the set. I adore this card. I just think it's absolutely adorable. Of course, if you look at the artwork here, you'll notice Pachirisu snuggled up there. You'll notice Emolga's very happy. You'll notice Togedemaru really isn't. But this is actually a very important reveal. One of the more important reveals we've seen from Crown Zenith. Now, it is one that we expected, let's be clear. But it's still important that it's got here, and here's why. We've actually got Zero Aura V Max and Zero Aura V-Star, and the V as well, I suppose, that are all coming, or all came in V-Star Universe. And we expected them in Crown Zenith, but this basically confirms that they're coming. And this is a very, very big deal. And the reason it's a very, very big deal is because these cards were never in a set. Zero Aura V, V-Star, and V-Max, they never featured in a set at all. Never happened. They were promos. You had the Battle Box, which had all three of the promos in. And then outside of that, you had the V Battle Deck, which did not have all of them in, but it did have the V. Only the V, but still it had the V, and that was pretty cool. But they're promo products. Maybe you bought them, maybe you didn't. Either way, it doesn't really matter. The point here is, we've now got a way to actually get them more easily. But here's something really interesting. I told you the V was in the set. That's actually an alternate art. And the V-Star and V-Max are in the set as alternate arts, in addition to being in the sets as special art rares like I showed you. Now, I can't guarantee that all of these are going to be in the set, but I can tell you I think it's pretty gosh darn likely. So, we've seen Zero Aura V Max, a special art rare, but you should also have the V-Star special art rare and the alternate arts of the V Max, and V-Star. None of these are new cards. They're all alternate arts of the ones that came in the Battle Box. But the fact that they're here at all is actually kind of awesome. For anyone's wondering about Deoxys, because that, of course, was the other Pokemon that came around in a Battle Box, that one's a little bit weirder. Now, there are special art rares, or were special art rares, I should say, of both the V-Star and the V-Max. So you've got to imagine that they are probably coming in Crown Zenith. But the other Deoxys featured in V-Star Universe were all reprints. And remember, V-Star Universe in Japan, reprint set with the fancy stuff. Crown Zenith over here, catch-up set with the fancy stuff. So they're not going to be giving us a whole bunch of reprints like we saw in Japan. They're going to be giving us a bunch of Japanese promos, etc. that we never got that Japan did. So I think it's going to be very likely we get the special art rares of Deoxys, VMAX, and V-Star. I personally don't really care, but a lot of people are really into the VMAX, and I can see why. It's not my favourite card, but I understand why a whole bunch of people absolutely love it. But I wouldn't expect to get regular Deoxys. And this is why we had to chat about this because it's a little bit awkward. We've had confirmation of the Special Art Rare Zero Aura V Max. Expect the V Star, and also expect the free alternate arts of the V Star and V Max. But for Deoxys, expect the Special Art Rares, the V Max and V Star, but don't expect any others. Except, of course, for the Deoxys Character Rare, or Artwork Rare as they're called. They don't actually have characters on, because that was in the Japanese set. So that's going to be in our set as well. So I lied to you, there is going to be one more Deoxys, but it's a regular Deoxys. It is the Artwork Rare of the one from Fusion Strike, which is Single Strike and Rapid Strike and Fusion Strike. Yeah, I know that gets a little bit confusing. Hopefully I made sense. Let's finish off on a nice, simple, lovely reveal. I'm not entirely sure why, but they went and showed us Galarian Meowth. Now, it's adorable, and I love it. In terms of important reveals, nah, not an important reveal at all. But I love that they did it. Now, they did it as kind of a funny tweet when you realise 2023 is only days away. They did this a couple of days ago. I love that. I think that's really cool. But I just kind of like this. I hope they do more of this, because it's not an important card in terms of it's not going to be terribly collectible, and it's not an important card in terms of value or playability or anything like that, but it is a lovely card with lovely artwork, and I love that they've done this, and I hope they keep doing it. It makes me very, very, very happy indeed. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, another round of Crown Zenith reveals. And I think the big one here is Zero Aura, just in terms of what it tells us about what we're likely to be getting in the set. But now it's over to you guys. I want to know which of these cards you like. I want to know which cards you're looking forward to from Crown Zenith. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord where we chat about Pokemon, but really anything else you want. And you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Eric Ridgway, who's been a supporter of ours for a couple of years at this point, and is a very lovely person. So thank you to Eric for the support, and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.